Well, hello guys again. So this time we have a different knife, and it's a Ruike P873, and I did not remove that label here because I'm not sure if I want to keep it. So look at the scales. This is supposed to be G10 scales, okay? And they are really strange. Even on the website it says G10. I'll let you look at it closer. And maybe other knives have a G10, but I don't know what the hell is this. If this is a G10, it's been sanded down or something. Because this is a new G10, okay? And this is a really used G10. I mean used really a lot, okay? But still have a nice grip, and it's not as smooth as that. So I don't know what is this. Here is a micarta handle, okay, on the Envelona, which is very similar to that, but still not as bad. Here's another micarta handle on the real steel, which is completely smooth, but still not as white. And here is another micarta handle, okay, which is actually really nice, which is, well, still kind of smooth. I'm not crazy about the micarta handles. But anyway, so let's get into that Ruike here. Okay, let's get the measurements on it first, okay? And it's a button lock. Button lock. Well, let's get into the ugly stuff first. Well, the first ugly was that handle. That's really strange. Okay? Then another ugly is the clip. That is so rigid that, I mean, I'm gonna make a hole in my finger if I want to open this up, and I'm not gonna even try it on my pants because I might return this knife, so don't want to make any marks on it. So that is that is another ugly thing. Even though it's a deep clip, it has actually synced or recessed. That clip is nicely recessed, okay, with flat head screws in it, which is really nice too, but rigid like a 2x4. Okay, so that's another thing. And then the last, but I guess the most important, is the lock. It barely locks, okay? And you have to put some effort into it to kind of open it fully. So let's see the lock retention or detain. I'm gonna get this out of the way nicely. Okay, hold it like that, and I didn't even try this yet, so this is the first for me, and it opens like butter. Probably every time, maybe not every time, but most of the times. And I'm not putting in that much effort into it, so that lock is really light. It works fine on closing the knife and holding the knife open, and I like the size of the knife. So let's get into the measurements here and into the weight. It will be pretty much 3 1/4 cutting blade. That's what I measure, okay, that's very important. So 3 1/4 cutting blade, about 4 5/8 handle, and the whole length 8 inches exactly. Okay, and let's get into the weight here, which is probably good. Including the tag, it has 2.65 ounces. That's good compared to the real steel E801 4.35. Yep. And compared to the M Velona, I mean, those are bigger knives, so how about this one? But this is not okay. Never mind, doesn't matter. Okay, so how about this steel well intrigue, the larger one, which is exactly 3 ounces. So 263 ounces is really nice. That will carry very well for the size of the knife. Okay, that's a big plus. Other than that, the jimping on the switch is nice. The switch itself is really nice too. How about if I just let you actually look at it close up? It's pretty ugly with that white scales. I don't know, is it centered? You tell me, didn't even check. Okay. We already looked at the clip, so let's open it up. Okay, that's how it looks open. The blade has a little belly, which I'm not in favor of a belly knives, but it's a flat grind, fully flat grind. Well, actually no, I'm sorry, it's not fully but mostly flat grind blade. Okay, it has a Sandvik 14C28 steel. And I can tell you why this is so light actually. The frame of the knife, and I'm gonna get a flashlight and I don't know if you will be able to see it, but this is actually kind of bad. Come on, light, stay with me. So I will try to kind of shine the light in there, and so you can see that the frame is actually not even here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but let me describe it to you. That frame, which usually is inside, right, the metal frame, is only this short. Okay, nothing down here. That's why it's so light. So I don't know if this is really kind of sturdy or well built for heavy use. I would say for very light use, since when you're holding that knife on these handles, that frame goes only, and let me actually look at it just to be precise. Well, actually that frame doesn't even go that far. Okay, and I don't want to open the knife, but okay, it does go. It kind of goes in the angle like that. That's why I couldn't see it over here, but that frame cuts in the angle like this inside, and this is a part of the frame, so it's bent pretty much and go down like that. So in any case, the frame stops right here where that metal piece stops, okay? And down here there is no frame at all, it's just a handle. Just for your information. So I would not probably do much heavy cutting, or I don't know, if you apply a lot of pressure on the blade, that thing holding only on this screw here and this main screw here will not hold much. I am not too crazy about that. I was kind of crazy about the button lock to find out. It's a number one. It's a about a $55 price range knife. Okay. And I was kind of excited to find Ruike and flipper button lock in this price. So that's why I bought it. But now when I am reviewing this knife closely, I am not excited about it anymore. Well, I don't know what else to say. I don't think this is a well-built knife. It is centered okay, yeah. I mean that lock detained in close position is really bad, and that's kind of important. You don't want that knife open in your pocket. That happens to me already a few times, and luckily it just made a hole. Not this knife, but other knives, they will just open in my pocket because the lock has such a weak retention or detain, and it just made a hole in my pocket. Luckily not in my leg. So I am really careful about that feature on the knives. So anyway, that's it. I don't know what else to say about this knife, except I'm not too crazy about it. Alright, next time.